Hey guys, it's Monday morning. We're parked over here at Home Depot. I got out of the hospital Friday, and I just want to thank everybody for all the well wishes, man. That was amazing. I mean, to feel that much concern from people. I just want to thank each and every one of you that wrote to me. Hey guys, we got a water heater that yesterday we got a phone call that every time the water heater would ignite or turn on, it had a loud pop. So that's either from late ignition or a gas leak. So they gave me the information on the panel on the water heater, and it's almost 15 years old. So rather than put a new burner, I told the owner I could put a new burner and a new pilot assembly, and he decided, because it's already 15, we need a cart, son, because it's already 15 years old, that he would rather just put a new one. So we're gonna get a water heater right now, 50 gallon, and take it over there and install it. I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day yesterday. We took Alicia to get dinner at the hole in the wall that we eat at, and Vinny got his mother some Tupperware and some all kinds of little things that she likes. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna get in here and get this water heater and go from there. Okay, guys, we're at this house. I was here about 3 years ago to fix a brick. Let me just get Vinny started, and I'll show you what I did and how I did it. Let's see, where's the water heater? Okay. It doesn't look 15 years old. But anyway, Vinny, I'm going to get you started on this, and we'll go from there, okay? I'm going to get him started, and then I'll take you over and show you this brick I fixed. It's not that it's a big deal. It was just the way I fixed it. I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, guys. It's not the greatest job, but this was broke off, and this was broke off. This was broke off. You know that stuff I use called Loctite? It's a tube with red labeling. It's adhesive. Anyway, I just put it in with that, and I put that piece in with that, and then I left the grout here and left the grout here, and just glued it all in. And on the top here, you can see how it went to Loctite right there. The reason why I didn't put grout is because I knew from looking at this, the grout was just going to chip out from the movement of the sidewalk like that. So I used adhesive. But what I did do, it looked a lot better 3 or 4 years ago, because I took mortar and I tapped in the mortar onto the Loctite, and it looked just like that. So I took dry mortar and I just powdered it in and pushed it into the Loctite, and it looked just like that. But now, after some time, the mortar has rinsed out of there, and now you just see the Loctite. But it's at least a 4-year old repair, and it's good just to see it holding. It's not that it's a big deal, anybody can do this, but it's just nice to see that your work is still holding up. From the Google ad. Anyway, guys, Vinny's breaking it loose. He's got the hose. We forgot our garden hose, so we borrowed this guy's. If this works good, Vinny, I'm going to get you one to keep on your truck. That way it's always on your truck, and it doesn't take much space. You know what I mean? They come in a little bag. If it works good enough and it doesn't shrivel up on us and hinder us, then I'm going to get you one to keep in your truck 24/7. You know what I mean? Because that way we don't forget it like we did today. Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put, the ball valve looks good. We're going to put a new stand, though. We're getting rid of this. So demo that and put that in the trash can. It's all kind of... Anyway, we're going to put a new one. Hey, guys, Vinny pointed out something. This hose may be compact, but look at that little hole in there. I mean, that could clog up. We're going to see how it does. But then again, I could always drill that out. Hey, Vinny, if we got one of these hoses, we could always drill that hole out and make it much bigger to keep it on your truck, because it's so compact. We could just drill that mother out and be good to go. All right, guys. I'm gonna I'm gonna do things a little different today, guys. I'm gonna set up this tripod with a battery pack. That way, I can help them out a little bit. And you see, it's starting to bow right here, guys. A little bit of a bow right here. Anyway, I'm gonna set this phone up, and maybe we can do things different. Usually, I hold it by hand, and you know. All right.
I'm gonna start building the stand now.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys. This is good to 50 gallons. Okay. Says up to somewhere 50 gallons. I'm gonna flex to say 50 right here, guys. 50 gallons.
You want to sit down?
Yes, sir. I think I'm going to break that line open a little more now that we've got some of it out. Well, it's got a pretty good strain for what it is, man. Thing's pissing harder than I can. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can break that line a little bit more, Benny. Oh, shit. Okay, guys, I'm breaking the line up here, so that way it does. We started off with just breaking the line a little bit. Because we didn't want it blasting at first. Because if you break the line completely, there's lines that go up into the attic and you'll have water all over the ground. What we like to do is just break the line a little bit so all the pipes in the ceiling can drain down. Then once the water heater is a couple inches below the top of the water heater, the tank inside, then we go ahead and break all the lines. Son, you could get me a ladder and I'll start working on the water heater on top.
Yeah.
While you do that, I can get it all stripped out. Maybe you could bring a torch and take all that other shit off. Okay guys, I'm trying hard to get this right. I hardly ever use a tripod. Okay, I'm gonna go finish breaking these lines. Good deal. Alright, let's get this thing off. Alright guys, I got the exhaust off. The vent rather. We got one hose. Let's do the other side. I might move all this fingers. We got the metal guy coming. As soon as we get this on the floor, he'll come here and put this water heater up. Okay, that's off. Alright, I guess now I'll just heat up at 90 and top it off, I guess. Hey, can I take a picture of some with your phone?
Turn up the brightness so you can see it.
Thank you, bud. There's your phone back, buddy. I want to do the back line. Okay, guys, this doesn't have a drip leg.
I gotta put this one upside down.
Why?
It won't reach. That's bottomed out.
Sure they don't give you another bolt?
No, that's it. Well, look. Isn't that weird? Oh yeah, even look right here.
What's it do? Which one you gotta flip?
The top one. The top one has to be upside down.
Oh, yeah, to get it closer.
Yeah,
Got it.
Weird.
Yeah, you could leave.
No, I
Yeah.
gotta flip it.
Yeah, I meant you could just leave this one and just turn it around.
It's not bolted yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Gotta put this gas line off. Okay, it doesn't have a sediment trap, guys, but a lot of water heaters in California don't have sediment traps. They're suggested, but they're not required due to the gas being much more, so they say, cleaner. Code suggests you do on all appliances, but there's tons of water heaters that just don't have them. What this was doing, guys, was it was popping. Whenever it would ignite, it would have like a little pop inside. So that's either because there's a gas leak in there, or it's late ignition. It's not igniting as fast as it should, for whatever reason. Got that off. I'm gonna get the earthquake straps off now. Did I leave your door open? People are walking by. I don't know if our door's open. Alright. now we're gonna bleed the line to get the air out of the tank because nobody's home. And I don't see an outside sink here. I guess we could just. I hate blowing it through the. TMP valve, the temperature and pressure valve. I hate to do that but it is brand new, so it should be just fine. I don't mess with TMPs, guys, trying to bleed them when they're old because they sometimes leak. But if it's brand new, right out of the box, then I can relieve the air that way. Because I always like to relieve the air before I leave the job, at least in the water heater. In the house they can do that when they get home. But to make sure that I don't have no leaks within, at least up to the ceiling, I like to relieve it somehow. So I think I'll do it through the TMP. Okay, so let's do this one next. Okay, this thing is ready to come down on empty. Earthquake straps are undone. Gas lines. Oh no, I gotta do the TNT. So that's next. Alright, guys. Looks good. Hey, did you measure the water? It says up to 50 gallons. What's the base of the water heater?
21 and a half.
And what is this?
22 by 22.
Oh, so we're good.
427.
Good to know. Okay. All right, guys. Let's
Let's see what this does.
we'll get this done next, guys. Hey, I'm gonna try to knock that 90 off.
What's up?
I'm gonna try to knock that 90 off. Brandon, let me see how she's doing.
Oh,
Yeah, she's draining. Alright, good enough for me. Hey, Vinny, can you pull on this when I'm ready? I could do it right here. Let me just see. There we go. Got it. Let's see. Okay. I got that. Okay. Can you take that off while we're waiting? We might use it, so don't fuck it up. Okay. I'm gonna remove all this paint or some of it at least. little more room to work. I'll put that right over there. Oh, here, I got some water out here.
Well, that's a good stream.
Yeah. Okay, just lay it on the ground, turf over there.
We gotta wait now.
Huh?
We gotta wait.
Yeah. Well, he works for the county.
Firefighter.
He worked for like the city. He worked out of the county. Same as me, remember? All right. The sheriff's department and the firefighters, LA County, LA Sheriff's, LA Fire, always worked close together. Always had each other's back. There was no conflict like there is today. Nowadays, you hear law enforcement bickering with fire. That's ridiculous. You know, if a firefighter wants to park his truck a certain fucking way, you don't tell him not to. So yet these CHPs and other guys, they're arguing with him. And they end up, you know, the guy's treating a patient. I read that news article. Then the CHP's threatening to arrest the firefighter because his fire truck is pulled a certain way. None of that shit used to go on. You know, everybody had each other's back in the day. Anyway, with that being said, what can we do now? We got that. Let's go ahead and build your sediment trap.
Oh yeah.
Let's build that sediment trap. This is going pretty good, guys. Hopefully we won't have to relocate these. Good enough, hopefully. The stand looks just a little bit taller than that, so it's going to be good. More or nothing. That's about it. Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to get this water heater off the truck, and we're going to start putting the sediment trap on it. Okay, guys, water heater is draining. And Vinny's getting ready to build his sediment trap. We got the water heater out of the truck. So we'll roll with that. We checked it for dents. We checked it for damage. There's no damage on it whatsoever. Did you want my pipe thing that holds the pipe, or are you alright?
Oh, you're alright.
Okay. I gotta buy you one of those pipe vices. Should be one on each truck. Guys, our work orders are coming in. I don't know what happened over the weekend. I don't know if they were just holding off because they knew I was in the hospital over the weekend, or before the weekend. Because I did get a text message from both managements asking how I was doing, and I said, "Oh, I'm bored, ready to go back to work. Been able to do the heavy lifting and shit." And then all of a sudden, all these work orders started flooding in, and they were gonna flood them in on Vinny. They said, but they knew Vinny was helping me out a lot at the hospital and stuff. So, and they also know that he's in training and that I like to be there. They've told me many times when as soon as that I think he's ready to roll on his own as far as plumbing goes. No problem with electrical. I mean, that's what he does for a trade. That's what he went to school for 5 years for. But with that being said, they asked me, they said, well, when you feel he can go out on his own for plumbing, just let us know and we'll set him up with his own account. That way he can receive his own work orders. So I'll be doing that soon. And then they'll just, split the work orders up. Well, what I told them to do is to give Jenny all the hard work orders, all the heavy work orders, and to give me all the light ones. And they said no problem at all. And I said if there's something where Vinny needs help, he's got me, he's got his mom to help. And when I say he's got his mom, I don't mean that like, mama's boy. I mean, Alicia is a worker. She puts out a lot of work, and she's educated in electrical. She's educated in plumbing. It's not like she's going to come and hand the tools to him. She'll actually get in there and do the fucking job. So they know that too. Everybody knows Alicia because they show up at jobs all the time on vacancies. They don't show up at the occupied jobs, occupied units where there's people living there, but they always show up and they catch Alicia doing this, catch Alicia doing that. One day walked in and she was putting in a kitchen sink, so they know what she's capable of. So we'll see how it goes soon. I've kind of had the shakes all morning. I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's the antibiotics I'm on, or if it's because I'm coming down off all that pain medicine. They had me on one gram of Dilaudid every 3 to 4 hours. They started at a half, at 0.05, and then they put me up to 1. And I was that way for like 4 days on that shit. And I even went through withdrawals in the evening when I got home. The 2 days I went through withdrawals, I started sweating, had like a fever, got chills, sweats, and then they started tapering off around Saturday night. And then Sunday I didn't feel anything. And you can see how people can get hooked on that shit because when they hit you with that shit, it's just like you're in seventh heaven. Then all of a sudden you come home and that's it. There's nothing going on. And then you hit the withdrawals, and then you wish that you didn't have to go through those because they're kind of uncomfortable. I went through them for like 2 days. So all I did was just buckle up into bed, and Alicia gave me lots of fluids. And I just wrote it out. They said I could have took like a pain pill, like the doctor says if you could take like a pain pill to kind of simmer the side effects down and work down that way, but I didn't. I just wrote it out. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was uncomfortable. Anyway, today I got the shakes. I don't know why. Not shaky, but just my hands are quivering a little bit. Still a little bit of bleeding, but boy, I'd rather be out here than laying on the couch any day. And I'm lucky I have Benny, man. Do all the work. I don't have to do shit. Except bitch and complain, right, Benny?
No, you don't do that.
I don't. You get too lippy, I'll put another scar right there. That was your first smart ass remark. Now I'll put one right for your second. No, those days are over. I'm too old now. You want my thing to hold it?
No.
What I would do is put your leg in there just to hold it. Put this leg in there, and then you hold it by this. If you want to. If you don't, that's okay.
doesn't want to break.
Well, it's only because it's wiggling left and right. It's got to be sturdy. Put your leg in there. Put your motherfucking leg in there.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that's drip leg. Oh, I thought you meant like leverage or some shit.
No, your legs. Then you can use it for
Pipe.
leverage. Yeah. Your pipe.
Leg.
I can go get you that pipe vise. See, isn't that much better?
No.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. Hey, the camera can't see it.
I can't do it up there.
Hey, you sacrifice for YouTube.
That's it.
I don't want to hear no crying. That's pretty good.
No.
You can just go right over that tape. You don't have to take it all off. Go right on the top of it. Okay, let me fill this water heater, see how she's doing. It's a little heavy. Boy, this table shakes, man. When I saw a picture of that table, I knew we were going to be putting in a new stand.
Every pass. I got thoughts.
Okay.
This is going
this
in here.
hose is going slow because it's got that little diameter plastic thing in it. If I get Vinny one of these hoses, I'll just drill out that plastic. But we don't have much room in the van to be carrying a full-size hose, so I'm going to buy him one of these pocket hoses. And I thought I had a pocket hose somewhere, an extra one for washing cars, and I didn't
Give
like
it
them.
give it to the neighbor.
Oh,
Right?
that was mighty neighborly of me. Oh yeah, he blew his, huh? I gave it to him. You're right. Yeah, I'll get you one and I'll drill that mother out and then you won't have that problem.
Are you gonna be able to see me besides my butt?
No, if you want, turn the water heater that way. No, the other way. That way you can work that way. There you go. Now work off to the side. The other side. Yeah. Let me see if I can bring you in closer. There we go. I brought it in closer. Okay guys, when you're putting these sediment traps in, make sure you put a crescent wrench on that valve. There's a little block on that valve. And you back it up. Now, to be honest with you guys, me and Vinny are in a bad habit of putting our sediment trap on the valve. You're not supposed to. As of 2016, you're supposed to put the sediment valve right off the gas valve. You're supposed to put like a gas valve with the two female ends threaded onto your pipe, and then put your sediment trap right off the valve. The sediment trap nowadays are supposed to go before the flex line. So sediment trap before your flex line. And over here, they have their flex line, but no sediment trap. They don't have So basically, if I was to do it the right way, I would have to take the valve off over here and put a new valve and then put my sediment trap along that wall, and there's not a lot of room. I would have to plumb it and do a 90. So I can't do that for free. So here I am. What would happen is I would have to, because if I put a sediment trap, it'll hit the water heater. So I would have to take the gas valve off, put a 90, run it about 4 inches to the left, and then put my sediment trap, and then put the flex line. Well, I would have to charge for that at least $65. I mean, nothing's for free. I mean, you know, I've got liability insurance for both of us. I've got commercial insurance for both vans. I've got licensing. I've got city license, huh?
Looks straight, right?
Yeah, looks great.
All right, good.
I've got so much. Anything we do, there has to be a price on it. Nothing for free. Even though I would like to, like in the old days, no problem, because I didn't have all these expenses. But now nothing's free. So if I put a $65 charge on the invoice for redoing the gas line, the first thing the owner is going to say to the management company, what was wrong with that gas valve? Was it turning on? Was it turning off? Okay, it's working good. There was no reason to replace it. Well, they needed to put the drip edge, you know, by the valve, and they had to replumb it to accommodate it. And then they say, well, look, this house is 49 years old or 50 years, I don't know what it is, 30 years old. It's been that way ever since, and everything's working good. You know, and they start accusing you of inflating the bill, trying to make more money than what you should be. And so, to me, I'm just going to put the sediment trap on the valve like the old days. It's always been good enough. It's always been good enough to put it on the valve, or right there. So that's where it's going today. You know, if I can accommodate putting it right after the valve, then I will. But in this case, I would have to take it all apart, put a 90, plumb it to the right, and then put my trap. You know, and then I'd have to charge them $65, and it's just not worth it. I mean, this will work just fine. At least it has a sediment trap. The other one didn't have shit. So, at least we got some, right, Vinny?
Right.
I think it was 2016 when they changed that rule. If you would, get a picture of the sediment trap once you're done. I should have got a picture of, in fact, guys, I needed a picture of it all in parts, Vinny. Maybe you can get it off the video for me later, right?
Okay.
The reason why, guys, is they think these sediment traps come built. They think you can go to Home Depot and buy a sediment trap all plumbed up. One guy told me, so you're charging me $25 for the sediment trap? Well, yeah, we got to put it together. Oh, you mean they don't come like that at home? No, they don't come like that at Home Depot. I mean, I think you can buy sediment traps already built. I thought I saw them on Amazon. But I like black iron pipe. I just like it. And guys, in California, you can use galvanized on gas now. They've changed that. Due to the galvanization process, the galvanized pipes in California now, I don't know what they mean by California. I don't know if the galvanization is made in California, but they said because of the galvanization pipe process, you can now use galvanization for gas. But I don't. I always just go black. But in a pinch, you can. Okay, why don't you get the gas line, Vinny, the nipple, and get that put on there too. Good job, son. I couldn't find it, Benny. So you guys, you gotta back up all your plumbing when you're tightening shit. Otherwise, you can. That gas valve is made out of cast aluminum, and it can crack in many different areas. I remember one of my guys. I had a 5-crew setup, guys, and altogether 7 of us with Alicia. And the first time I let one of my guys do the water heater, it was Eric. Remember Eric, Vinny?
Yeah.
He tightened the nipple into the gas valve, and I was watching him, but I was on the phone, and I heard a crack, pop, right? And then I looked over, and the gas valve right here, guys, right on that square piece had a crack in it, because it's a MIP fitting, so it means it's tapered. It goes in skinny and gets fatter as it goes in, and it just blew that apart. So we returned it and got another one. But and that's the hard thing when you have employees, guys. I had employees for about 15 years, I guess, and man, the workman's comp killed me. All the insurance, you name it, and then all the fuck ups, because none of these guys, I had to train them all. None of these guys came with much experience. Some experience, but not a lot. And it was hard. I love it more this way. I told like Vinny, I said, one day he might want to get himself one guy as a helper, and that's about it. Keep it because you can make a lot of money with just yourself or one guy. You don't need 5 or 6. I mean, man, then you've got all the headaches. And with today's shit, with workman's comp, you can't even make no money because you have to charge a certain price to pay for all that shit. And the jobs get slimmer. Your phone stops ringing when you start quoting all these prices. And with these management companies, you got to keep your price down as much as possible. But the good news is that with management companies, a lot of people hate them. But if you get some good management companies under your belt that pay, most of my money comes within 30 to 60 days. But if you get a good management company like the ones I work for, you can make a decent, you can't make a lot, but you make, fair amount. And you get paid. And they send you in the work steady. Unlike if I was just to advertise in a home magazine, waiting for homeowners to call me, And if your work is good on top of your fair pricing, man, you're going to stay busy. Try to bend it back real quick.
Let me get a little bit. Let's see if we might do. There you go.
Let me get that hose out of your way. Hold on. Go ahead. Okay, try to pick it up. Keep it tilted your way. Tilt it back.
Okay. Look over your left.
Okay.
Your hose is
Good. Lower it down right there. Good job. That son of a bitch is still heavy. There we go. Good enough. Now we can get busy. We were going to slide it off onto the motorcycle stand, guys, but it has legs. So what I'm going to do for next time is I'm going to build a piece of plywood 22 by 22. And then what I can do is I can put it onto the stand, the jack, with a couple sheet metal screws. Put it up there, slide it right onto the jack, lower the jack, throw it onto the floor, and be done with it. But if I have a water heater that has no legs, then I can take the plywood off with 2 screws. I'll just put 2 screws on the plywood through the motorcycle jack, sheet metal screws. Countersink them into the plywood so they don't rub, and then you just, if it has legs, put it onto the. Let me show you. If it has legs like that, well, it's going to hang up here and it's going to tilt. So what I'll do is I'll cut me a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, 22 by 22, slide that son bitch right on there like that, bring it down, let it drain right on the motorcycle jack. And if I have a water heater that has no legs, then I just go straight onto the metal right there. But the 3/4 inch plywood will be just a couple sheet metal screws countersunk into the wood. Anyway, what we were trying to do, guys, is this thing is still full because of that stupid hose. That hose has only got a little hole like that, and we're getting tired. I mean, this thing is still solid. I bet you it's about right here, but we want to get busy, so.
Are you on a leg? I don't want you slipping.
Get the hose for me.
Yeah, you're on one leg, but you're fine. Go
That's
ahead.
alright, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Put it right here. I'm gonna call the guy, the metal guy. Put it on the grass, please. Get the crow out of it. Alright, let's get a broom and clean that mess up. Okay guys, he's going to sweep that up and get it all prepped. We're going to take the hose off the water heater and let it drain fast now into the driveway and have the metal guy come and get it. Alright guys, he's getting that cleaned up. We've got this water heater draining really good. If we would have had the right hose, we wouldn't have had to lift it off all heavy. Anyway, we got the guy coming to get it. So now we're going to work on the stand. We're not going to bolt the stand down to the floor yet until we get the water heater up there, just to know that our stand is in the right location. All right, let's put that in and see how we look over there. What kind of clips does it come with for the feet? Oh yeah, for the legs, huh? Put them into the concrete. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I don't know how they exactly go. Oh, I see how they go. They got a little slit in the bottom. These are different than the past stands that we use. The one stands that I used to use had a little pedestal built in. But beautiful. Yep. I undo the things. I think strap would be good next time, right? Or no?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I unlock that one. You want to unlock that one? Okay, let's roll it over there and see how. So you want to jack your ass up?
Want to lock it in or no?
Not yet. Just jack it up first. I wish I wouldn't have took that job to that guy in Anaheim for that angle spot. Now I've got 440 piling up. Keep coming in with it. unlock the wheels? I got mine. Okay, ready to roll it over? Okay, let's dry fit it. Let's like get it where it needs to be and line it up, and then we'll see about putting the legs on. If you could turn it straighter. Do you have a couple 2x4s?
Not that length, I don't think so. About to check.
We don't really want this water heater hanging off the back end of this stand, and we don't want it. It's really not earthquake proof if you have a space between the wall and here like that. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is, if everything's exposed, so we're going to put a 1x4 across here in 2 spots, and then we're going to take a 2x6 and rip it in half right here and put that on top of this in 2 spots, because we're going to cut this in half. And then what'll happen is we'll be able to push this water heater back all the way, hopefully with it not hanging off the table more than a 1/4 inch or something. I mean, if it hangs off a little bit, it's not a big deal. You know, if it's hanging off like 5 inches, you got an issue. But if it's only hanging off the table that much, it ain't gonna hurt anything. All right, Vinny's gonna go ahead and rip this in half. And
Saturday.
oh, is it? All right, so we'll let Vinny measure that out. I don't want to bore you. He's gonna measure that out, and when he gets off the fucking phone, and get it cut, and then cut it down to 17 inches. Cut this one in 2 pieces into 17 inches, 17 inches. Might as well mark everything before you cut. And then we'll take it in the grass and cut it. Alright, so we're going to rip the 2x6 in half. And then we're going to cut it in down to 17 inches on both pieces, plus the 1x2 we're going to cut into 2 pieces of 17 inches from rafter, or from joist to joist. Joist to joist, from stud to stud. The guy told me I could help myself to the fridge. I don't know why I'm feeling shakier and shakier. I did have a little breakfast before I went. But it's probably all the medication I'm still on, because, you know, I'm still pissing blood. But it says that's natural. And I think he said I could help myself to the fridge, whatever was in there. So I did. Usually I don't touch, even if people offer, I don't take out of the fridge. I just don't do it. But the way I'm feeling, he had this in there, and it really looked good. That was real nice of him. Hold on. I'm coming.
That's my 17.
You need 2 at 17.
2?
Yep. They don't have to be perfect, you know. Good enough. Come on, man. I ain't got all fucking day. I gotta drink my pineapple juice. You're gonna have to go through this video and get me a bunch of pictures that show all that. You know what I mean? Good enough. That'll work. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, what we did was we lined up. If you look at the water heater where the exhaust is coming out of the ceiling, what we did was we lined it up. We moved over the stand to where we can barely get the gas valve. It's not going to touch the gas. The gas line is not touching the water heater. But we've got the water heater centered on the table. Maybe just favoring this side an eighth of an inch, but nothing hanging over. We got it lined up with the exhaust. We got it lined up with the water supply lines. So this is where we want it. So Vinny is going to go ahead and mark his supports for the back wall. And we're going to crisscross it, put one in the back, one in the front for the legs. He's going to mark them. And then what will happen is we'll just slide the water heater back onto the stand and get it out of our way and drill the concrete and put the wood. We're going to put one piece of wood over the top strap here and one piece of wood underneath the bottom strap here, and that'll give us everything we need. And I'm just going to make sure. I'm just going to take this piece of wood like this. It's going to go like that. That way, oh, it's going to be perfect. That way, this is why I tell Vinny, I tell him all the time, guys, keep your scrap wood. I know it takes a lot of room, but what he did in his van, he's got a way of putting it in there, and it doesn't take a lot of room. He made an area for it. I'll show it to you later. But anyway, you always want to keep this shit, because when you're on a job, this is the difference of having to run to Home Depot and not having to run to Home Depot. And you're allowed to fur out the wall with wood. It doesn't have to be the metal. It doesn't have to be anything fucking fancy. It just has to be a nice, strong, sturdy spacer. So now he's going to mark his legs, and then we're going to put the water heater up on this jack, roll it away, and then we'll get the holes drilled with some Capcons, and then we'll put the wood, and then we'll put the stand in and bolt it down, and we'll be in the money, guys. Block our wheels now.
Good.
We like to get it a little bit lower, too. Yeah.
Alright, unlock wheels.
A little bit more your way.
Unlock wheels. Alright, we can roll it down. There you go.
Can we center it a little bit better?
It is. Looks pretty centered to me to
Okay.
check it.
Yeah, right there.
Now it's gonna lean.
Let me see. Look up.
Yeah, now it's leaning forward, whatever happens.
Okay, back a little bit.
Now it's leaning my way.
Yeah, about right there. Let me feel it. Looks good to me. Okay, let's just move it over here a little bit. Ready?
Yeah.
Out of the way. Okay, you don't have to walk the wheels.
Maybe stand by it for a bit. Just a wind.
Well, you want to lower it? Let's just lower it. Lower it down. Real slow.
That's on your side.
There you go. It's more sturdy now because it's sitting on the platform. Good enough for me. Ain't going nowhere. All right, let's. We just got it sitting here, guys.
What drill bit you want me to use?
Pick a couple Tapcons that. Pick your Tapcon size, and then go off of that. Move this out of the way. Good enough. So you get your vacuum. I think what we'll work on next is
Oh,
you got one more to do?
no, I'm good. I'm just checking it.
The depth? Is it
Yeah,
good?
we're
Even
good.
enough?
Yeah, I'll be right here.
Yeah, because you gotta always go a little longer than the screw.
Plus the metal bracket.
Yeah. Think it's good?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move all this out of our way so I'm not. Okay, we're gonna put our wood right here. We're gonna put on the top one, we're gonna go on the top. On the bottom one, we're gonna go on the bottom. Soft ones first.
These? Where do you want them?
I want one right here, underneath the straps. As level as you can.
On both? Underneath?
No, underneath and on top.
Okay.
So just a lot
Yeah,
of
we
cover.
got You want
Yeah.
longer?
No, that's you can go. That's good enough.
Okay.
Hold on, if I can. Got a level? Huh?
No.
I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just straight. Hey, is there any way you, let's see. Let me see if I can get a different location for this camera.
Want me to cut this straight? This piece of wood?
No, it's behind the thing. Don't worry about it. Okay, guys, I'm trying to get you guys good.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Nobody's gonna see this, guys. It's behind the. You only need one screw in each one. It's just to keep it so the water heater can lean on it. You know what I mean? You don't have to fill it full of screws. Just put that one in a slight angle. It's just to hold it there. Good enough. Now put the next one on top.
It's not a magnetic tip, so it keeps on falling.
Get your screw starter first. Good. Now, what you might want to do with these, Vinny, is you might want to pre-drill. This one's going to go right on top here. You can just put one screw, inner into here. But you might want to, I don't know, what's the longest screw you got? I don't think it'll split. You could pre-drill it so it don't split.
Yeah, I can do that.
You see? Okay, so what I would do is I would pre-drill it.
And recess it.
Yeah, what I would do, guys, is pre-drill it all the way through with a small drill bit all the way through, and then I would recess this to about right. What?
Let's bring it in.
Bring what in?
The water heater.
Why?
Hurry up.
Where? Hey.
Oh, no. It had the black logo and it looked like a cop, and I thought it was police.
Copy ain't no big deal.
Oh.
It's the city inspector, you moron. I'm just making sure that. Anyway, I was trying to explain something here. Woo. Okay, are you done, Vinny? Because
Yeah, I'm good now. Let me go get my drill bits.
what I think we need to do here, we don't want to split it, so I'll have him pre-drill it with a small hole all the way through. And then he can put a fat hole the size of this head and recess it about this much. That way the screw sets about like right there. And we won't be splitting it, plus this will be recessed to make it into there. I have some 4-inch screws on the truck. But it's just as easy to recess them a little bit like that. So that's what we're going to do. So right now, just get a drill bit the size of that screw head and then pilot it in about that much.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So now you want me to do a little bigger.
First, drill your 2 small holes. Let's get back on track. If you're going to learn, you got to learn. Do it the right way. You keep doing what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Drill this hole.
Drill the 2 pot holes. Do all 4 pieces of wood. Okay, now get your other piece of wood and do the same thing. That way you're not changing bits back
Yeah.
and forth. Okay, do the other side. Okay, now pick out a drill bit. Slightly bigger than this head.
And go all the way, slightly bigger, and then it's gonna rock.
Just don't worry about it.
You mean
Just-
pre-drill these, right? With
What?
these.
No, just pay attention to what I'm
Okay.
telling you. You keep wanting to drift off your way.
Okay.
Look at this. Is that bigger or smaller? I really can't see, but it looks like it's good enough.
Okay.
So go ahead and drill that. If you want it to be, if you want your screw to be about right there, drill it to right here. See that? Drill it right to there. That's it. Do the other one. That's it. Do the other two. Now, go over there and put your screws in there. Like a hard-headed motherfucker, you. Okay.
Get it from my mama.
Yeah, you get it from your mother, man. Hard head.
All right, here.
Let me see.
I need
Yeah.
another good tip.
Huh?
I need a long tip.
Yeah, some that'll go in there. Somewhere in the center. Up a little bit more. I can put it right on those screws. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, right there. Center
Yeah,
of wood.
about like that.
That's higher than the wood.
Okay. Just sort of tag the other one and then change screws. Just get another screw. And let me show you how to do it.
I think it's the wrong tip.
Oh, your tip is fucked up. Let me try it.
Oh.
Can you put a level on it? Tell me where I'm at. Okay, move to the
Where's there? Oh, down there.
close enough. Give me another screw. There it is. You got it now? You can do the next one?
Easy peasy.
Put your shoulder into it. Don't let the fucking head spin. You're gonna put me back in the emergency room with all this stress.
So it's working?
There you go. Now put a level on. You got it. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be standing in front of it. Here, we'll stay up there. Take those water supply lines off. Let me get you those other ones.
Huh?
Let me get you the other ones. When you put these on, just put them straight on, out like this. You don't have to bend them up or down. Guys, you see how somebody put tape on those? You don't need tape on those. The only thing I like putting is a little plumber's soap on it because it makes it snug up better.
Should I clean them?
No, it's just wipe if there's anything hanging. Let's put these on. Here's the little. Oh shit. Sorry guys, I keep stepping in front of the fucking camera. Here, snug that on.
I'm gonna take it off.
Okay.
You can probably set that down for a little bit.
Okay.
What did you say?
Alright guys, he's just cleaning that shit off. So it threads nicely. I think you're good to go at that point. That's good enough. Just run them on. It's not. This ain't gonna make much of a difference,
No?
other than the time that you're taking.
Okay.
There. The only thing I ever put on those guys sometimes is just plumber's dope, guys, just for lubrication, so it draws up nice. But that's about it. I'll get you 2 crescent wrenches. Back up one. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Here's the next one. Huh?
Take this off. It's like it's on the front too.
It's fine. Just
It won't press on the rubber.
no,
right?
it'll compress.
Alright, if it leaks, you'll come over here.
Yeah. Of course I will.
No.
Do we want to talk about leaky pipes? I think you're the one that's one on.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to have.
If you follow instructions, you won't have a leaky pipe. The other day you got off course and you had a drip. You jumped ahead of your dad's guidance.
I think it's gonna happen again with not doing this.
Put it on, we'll see.
Alright.
Now guys, you never want to let go of the end of that hose until you got that snug, because if you let go of the end of that hose and you tighten it up, the hose is going to go on in an angle and go crooked, and sometimes the rubber doesn't match up. You want to keep that hose straight up, straight in until you snug it, because if you try to run it in and you're letting that hose sag down, sometimes you'll tighten it up and it'll be crooked. That white little collar, see that white collar that's around there? Sometimes that white collar will be in like that. You're going to have a drip every time. So until you actually get the rubber snugged up to the topper, you want to kind of hold the top of the hose straight. Okay. Okay, let's put the table in. How long are we gonna stare at it?
Planning ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, guys, he's gonna. Okay, guys, we're just gonna go in with some tap cons. He pre-drilled the holes. Keep it this way, the same way it came out. I wish this water heater guy would get here to pick up this water heater.
Can you pass me on 90?
Yeah.
It's in my screw bag on the wooden table.
Oh, okay. There you go. It's alright, as long as it's down.
There you go.
Give it a little more. How's it feel?
Nice metal.
Good enough.
Let me just do a little more.
Go ahead. Oh, there he is. How you doing, my friend?
Good.
Working hard?
Nah.
No? Can you get all that metal for him, Vinny?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I have metal for you at home, but I'm gonna wait till I get more.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next time, my friend.
Yeah.
Move in. I wanted to get a picture of the hall guy. Okay, guys. I think we got this here now. Why don't we go ahead and put the water heater? Guys, you can carve a notch out of here if you want to, but I don't. It's no different than, you know, it's just as long as you've got something going against it. I sometimes do like to put that stuff that comes with it in, that foam. For some reason, I like to put it there, but I'm not. It's just, we just need something to go against. That way it's not rocking and rolling. So let's go ahead and put that like that.
Ready for the water heater?
Yeah, I'm just trying to tag this. Got it. Like that.
Behind you?
Let me just make sure that. This helps because, guys, I got a hernia that's been, I've had surgery twice on it, and I keep fucking it up, and I can't really be much help, so this makes it easier. Are you ready?
On the lower
No, just put your foot here.
Let's lock it.
No, with your foot. Lock it with the back of your foot, like I'm doing. There you go. Let you balance it out. I can sit on this.
I don't know if you can do that.
What?
Sit on it.
Why not? You have a towel? Where's your towel at?
Oh, I didn't bring it on.
You have one. You were wiping all. Oh, paper towel. You have a paper towel. Okay. All
it's touching.
Yeah, look at that. Ain't that nice? Okay, so go ahead and put your vent first, and then we'll strap it. I just want to make sure the vent's gonna work. Get your Chinese grinder. We've been using this Chinese blade for a while now. See, this is where he keeps his wood, guys. You can get it out on this drawer because it's hinged, or you can get it out this way. Let's get some. Should put on your safety glasses. Where are they? Here, put on my sunglasses.
I'm good.
Here, put the sunglasses. You don't want to lose your eyes.
I won't lose them.
See, guys, I try to tell them. Hard head. All right, you should be able to get that now.
You blowing my
Just kidding. Oh man.
Okay, push that flange up there. And then if it don't want to stay, cram it in that hole, like wedge it in that hole. Find a way to wedge it. Push it in with a screwdriver or whatever. Just get it wedged in there. So it stays. Doesn't matter if it's straight, just as long as it's wedged in there. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Good. Yeah, good.
No.
Okay, go ahead and put a sheet metal screw in there. 2 of them, at least. And then, we'll put some tape on the bottom. That's it. Okay, and then we'll do the water supply line. What?
One screw.
Okay, one's good enough. Okay, then he's getting his second hose in. I told him it's got to look like a roller coaster. You don't want no fucking kinks in it. Pre-bend it with 2 hands and make it nice and round like a roller coaster. There you go. Both of them look good. Yep. Let's go look at his hoses, guys. He's getting better at it. The red one looks better than the blue one, but
I think the blue one's the best work.
you can see a peak in the blue one right there on the bend, where your red one was more of a nice curvature. And
But yeah, they keep in fact that this is closer that way, so it has to be brought back more.
no, but you can still round it. The way you rounded that one with your 2 hands, you can do the same with that. And you'll get better every time. If you pay attention to what I'm saying. If you just fucking ignore what I'm saying, then what's going to happen is you're not going to get better.
Okay.
Can you see that peak I'm talking about right there?
You're talking about the flat?
No, come over here with me. See on that one, the first one you did is nice and round, and then you put your hand up there. Right, almost right there, down, right there. If you look there, you got a little bit of a hard bend there. But you'll get better if you pay attention to what you're doing. If you don't pay attention, it's always going to be like that. But that's perfect. Most people look at that and, fuck, that's a good job. I'm just trying to make you better every time. Okay, Vinny, next thing we're going to do is, if you could, strap this water heater and let's turn it on. And we'll have to get the air. The people aren't home, so we can't go in the house and open the water lines. So we're just going to have to...
Should I do this or not yet?
Not yet.
Just in case I need to move it?
Go ahead.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
go ahead.
too light.
Put your new gas line.
Look at that.
What?
Can I have it bent before I start tying?
Yeah, let me show you. You can pre-bend it before, like this. Like that. And then get her in straight. And
Right.
you can even get it a little bit further down the line. Try that. Get it cinched up, and then go ahead and put your gas line all the way on since you started it.
Yeah.
And when you do it, roll it in a nice clean, I'll show you. Yeah, guys, you're supposed to put the sediment trap before the flex line.
How do you want to do this?
Uh,
You said all it
Uh,
up and down, or
Well, just kind of contour it like this. Make it look nice. And then maybe do something. Do something. want to snug it before I start twisting it because I want that to stay straight. So if you can snug it a little bit. Because if you start bending it while it's not snug, the flare is going to sit right. You want that flare to sit flat, not that. You can keep this out of my way for a minute.
Yeah. That one.
Where is it? Oh,
Semi-low.
Oh, get an app on it. Vinny's got an app that he can point at that helicopter, guys.
Well, he's circling.
He can find out what that helicopter is if he points at it soon enough.
That's the Anaheim Police Department. They're at 575 feet right now.
See, guys? See that helicopter out there? Let me see if I can bring it up. Hold on.
Oh, they straight responded to it. Look.
Okay, there's a helicopter. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it tells you exactly who it is. Who is it?
Anaheim Police Department.
Okay, Anaheim Police Department working over here in Huntington Beach. How many feet are they?
550.
They're 550 feet, and they're checking shit out.
They're in the neighborhood across.
You can see the circles he's flying too, guys. Look. So you can see how many circles he's made. You can see his prop or his propeller. Oh, look at that. Look how it jumped. Oh, yeah, I seen him do it. There he is up there.
525 feet.
525 feet. It's pretty cool.
500 feet.
It tells you who he is and what, because I would think that would have been Huntington Beach Police, but it isn't. They must have something going.
Oh, now he's turning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, back to work. Can you hold this?
Yeah, he circled us. Good. That's a good view. Look at that blue. That's a nice blue.
Yeah,
Yeah. Checking up on us. Eh?
yeah. They went right over us, seeing what we're doing.
Oh, no, he's coming back this way.
Is he? Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, we don't get time to play around. I like your little.
Watching us thinking.
I like your little app. Move this out of my way. Okay, you want this as nice as possible. See all the. You want to get it nice and round. You don't want all the. You know what I mean? You want it to look as nice as possible. It's flat to the. It's flat to the system. Yeah. See that nice looping?
Yeah.
Good. That looks nice. Nothing special. That looks nice. Go with that. All right, he's got his straps on, nice and straight. Go ahead and pull that lever.
You mean circling it?
Huh?
That?
Yeah. Go real slow. It started off slow. I'm gonna have to work the air out of it. I'll probably lift the hose back up to here. And I'll probably let the air out over here and then flush it from here.
So you still turn it on?
Yeah,
Okay.
start filling it, but not much. Like that. A little more. Like that, too. See what happens. I'm hoping that we get all the air out enough to where we fill up the water. That way I can check the before you leak. Eventually, if there was a leak, you would either hear it. You can hear the leak. If there was like, if you're like full of air, eventually the air is going to work its way out. If you have a leak, and then you'll see water come. Or you can even hear the leak. If it's air, you can hear the air coming out of the hose. Another way I guess you could do is just put some soapy water on the hoses and check it that way. But I'm just going to fill it up and
Soapy water for
take
what?
a listen. If you wanted to see if you had air leaks. Because in other words, Before the water will come out and be noticeable on a leak, the air has to get out first. So first you would hear it.
Oh, you're talking about the water lines.
Yeah, the
not
water
the
lines.
gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just worried because usually I can flush the lines and get the air out of the lines, but nobody's home. Unless I call the guy and ask him if his neighbor would be available to bleed the lines. I might do that, guys. Might want to wait. Okay, go ahead. Get in fast. That's good, man. Fine. You got that email pressure on it. I guess I can just shut this off now. There's no need to even blow through it, right?
It's going.
There we go, guys. All right. Hey, Vinny, can you turn that?
All the way?
Yeah, I can hear the air going. I can tell if you open something.
So all the way open?
Yeah, go ahead. Slow.
There was water coming out. Is it
Huh?
okay? There was water coming out, but now there's not water.
Yeah, it's air.
Oh, it's just air.
Yeah, just air. So if you could do, is this 2-story or single?
Well, single.
Okay, just go to every hot water.
I did that.
Yeah.
So all the bathrooms in the kitchen.
And you got water yet? You
There
probably,
was.
I would let each one run about a minute. In fact,
Okay.
if you want to go, you don't have any clogged drains, do you?
No, I don't think
Okay,
so.
then go
now
around,
It's,
just-
now it's running.
Okay, check every one of them.
Yep.
And then, okay.
Okay. And then if it's running fully, then I can shut it off.
Yeah, give it a little, yeah, just make sure, because there might be water, then air, then water, then air.
Okay. I'll
So
give it a
give it like a minute each. Go ahead and give it all the way.
Where's
Okay,
your
now we
sister?
can light it. We put you a new stand and everything.
Yeah, thank you. That was,
I
that
don't know
thing's
what Ricky did.
very corroded. You guys need to use the restroom at all?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Blue light,
Blue light? Okay, then take your finger off.
finger off.
Okay, now put it on hot.
Or 8 or hot.
Just on, where it says hot. Okay, it's on. Okay, here, put your cover on it. Here's your cover. Get a picture of that serial number so we can fill out the registration for that. Use all the old copper and the new. Gonna come down right here, then a 90 and down, and then all the way and come out the same hole and put a 90 on it. That'll work.
Like this?
Yeah, and you still got all this copper right here. You'll have to put a 90 on it, then. You'll have to put a couple 90s. That's why I said, is you're gonna have to zigzag it out.
No, you can, okay, we'll think it was
That's why I think I bought 6 90s, didn't
Yeah.
I? Okay, so that's why I bought 6 of them. So you could kind of do that funky work. Okay, guys, I'm not going to bore you. What we're going to do is let him start making some cuts and get it all rigged up, and then we'll look back at it after he's done. There. Next one.
Yeah, solder's right here, striker's in your hand. Bam.
Solid.
Oh, my bad. Good luck. Comment when you need metal plates.
Keep this up high. It'll be alright, I think. Give me some slack. Hold on.
Lock your arm.
Good. Okay, right, huh? You can hold it like 3 more seconds more that one. Alright, okay, come here. It's too far in though, it's not straight. Get the gap to 10. Ready? Okay. I'm gonna heat up the pipe so it doesn't drop out.
Holding it up.
Keep it there, so it's right. Keep it straight. Keep it like that, so it's right. Hold it there, one minute. Let it go off. Don't move. And try and go away a bit. Just leave it on the tape measure, okay?
There's a gap. It's not high enough on.
Okay. I'll hold it and you stretch the tape. So take it towards the height now. Yeah. Okay. Get it in there?
That's that for a bit.
Let's do down.
What do you mean the back?
I gotta do the elbow, right?
Yeah, the last one.
Okay, but I just want us to be straight.
It's kind of straight. Look at it.
Do it quicker. I want to go more this way. Like that. Does that look good?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh. That's tough. I got it. I haven't done it really good.
There we go. Good.
You mean the bottom too?
The bottom is done.
I mean the bottom of that top nine.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, okay, the thing is there.
The only thing I was doing was going with the food right there. Good.
Okay. Cool off.
I thought that was my torch.
Me too.
It's the vacuum.
Not the kid? Oh, that's fine.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Can you clean the pipe up like that? Can you brace that one? I don't know how we can brace that block of wood.
Hmm?
What can you do to brace that? But we just gotta brace it going through the hole and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Just gotta. I just don't like it in the hole wobbly.
I get that.
Maybe you can do something with that.
Yeah. Like stucco patch? Stuck.
No,
other side?
no. Like maybe a piece of block in there. I want to find a way to anchor that down. We're going to try to find a way to take that little bit of play out of there. No matter what we do, try to find some way. All right, guys. put a nice little block of wood right here. Now we're going to put a couple straps, 1 and 2. And that'll keep it firmed up. That way it doesn't move around. It's not touching the metal. This metal is not touching this metal. Nothing burned. Just going to strap it here, strap it there. And that'll be it. It's blocked from the wall. Nice and sturdy. Earthquake strap. No leaks. It's running. It's hot. We've got hot water right now. So Vinny's looking for some straps over there. Alright guys, he's putting some clamps on there. Copper. What do you want?
Impact.
There you go. That looks good. Alright guys, that's going to put an end to this, I think. Well, this is what he's doing here. Let me see if I can bring you in. Putting 2 clamps. Show him what you're doing there. Now, pull on it. It's nice and strong. Look at that, guys. Nice and strong. Alright, we're just going to put the cover on it right there. We checked it for leaks. Everything is good. We furred it out in the back. I think that's going to be it, guys. We're just going to put the lid on it and call it a afternoon, I guess. Yeah, it turned out real nice. Yep. Yeah, he's putting screws underneath too. Look, guys. Let me see if I can get a video of it. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. He's putting screws on those things. Anyway, just put the cover. The light is blinking blue. We're all good. Put the tag back down. So like that. I guess that's it. We're just gonna break that up, put it in the trash can, pick up our cardboard, and we're out of here, guys. Okay, guys, Vinny did remind me of something. He's got one more thing to do. He wants to put a fucking ground wire from the cold to the hot to the gas line. The gas line's right there. But I'm going to go home. I'm not going to stick around for that. He can do that. So I'm a little wore out. But he is going to jump a ground wire to there, and to the gas line. Alright, guys, he's going to tear that all up and put it in the trash can over there. Alright, guys, we should have broke most of it up over here, but we're just going to get our blower and blow all the little chips onto the sidewalk and clean it up. Then he said I can go home, so I'll go try to put this video together. He's going to get a blower after he picks up the big stuff. Alright, guys, that's going to be it. Smile, Vinny.